Welcome back to episode 90 of Book of Dawn, IOTH Academy. Our heroes are deep within a designer weapon that they're in the process of exploring, overcoming its dangers, and figuring out how to turn the damn thing on. Mason, you have just finished carving in another rune circle to help whatever poor sod has to work this machinery with expanding their brain when the time comes. Athalor, you just turned down the steam pressure, and it took a little while, but the hissing has gone down, the scalding death has gone down. It's probably safer to explore this third sub-basement, which I believe is the lowest area of the map described in the complex instructions you got from Designer 8. There are... You know that you need to either open up the steam all the way, which will flood this floor with scalding steam, or repair a bunch of leaks. What would the two of you like to do next?
I suppose we should try and fix these leaks, and I think down there through all the steam we might find the energy reservoir, and we need to attune you to that for all of your circles to maintain over a long period of time.
Yeah, you said you can pick some of it up with the quill and carry it over and fuse it all, or... How's that process going to look like?
I think so. We'll find out as we go.
Yeah, it's
Thor
kind of
says with a nervous smile.
We have like the framework of plans and just kind of hope things go accordingly.
Exactly. A framework of plans that makes it feel a lot better than winging it.
All right.
Now that
You're exploring.
Now that you've disabled the scalding steam and effectively gotten rid of the environmental hazard in this chamber, you're able to just go, if you want to just start patching up these holes as you go, mending is just one
cantrip
action.
them as we go past.
So by all means, go ahead and just keep moving. Sig is walking around, clearly still uncomfortable with the heat, but moving along, following in your wake. This is the room that was set up to do all sorts of damage to you, if you hadn't asked that very simple question.
What about turning it down? The funny thing about steam control. It was too
Bendings in here.
Just walking around.
Oh.
We're just welding away, baby. What is that?
Oh, hey.
This chamber glows, and the water below sparkles with dots of light. This room is the hottest room you have been in yet. This is the cauldron, the source of all the water that is heated, the already very hot water. You can see machinery, spinning wheels glowing with magical energy inside of it, ready to churn the cauldron and adjust it. The heat itself comes from somewhere probably even further below. After all, this place may be connected to the well springs, but this is not the wellspring itself. Even with the steam turned down, this room is still very hot.
We shouldn't spend too long in here. What can we see at the other end of this? Is there another door here?
No. Although, if you move a little further, yeah, there you go.
Yeah. It's the end of the room. I see a way out of here.
Yeah. Just try
Sig,
that way quickly.
I abducted you. Sig just sort of like bows their head and...
With Sig struggling, just goes through here as quickly as possible if it's not locked.
It's not. I locked all the doors that are locked.
Oh my goodness.
This enormous red crystal crackles with arcane elemental power.
I think we've found our energy reservoir.
Oh. Wow, that's... one mistake with this thing and we could just like kind of like die, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Just die.
No pressure.
Actually, quite a bit of pressure. Let's take a look at this panel.
using the instructions that you have available from Designer 8's notes. This is the control panel that governs the amount of power that can flow into this reservoir from the elemental wellspring far below. From here, you can also monitor the amount of energy stored inside of this device. Obviously, this little bar right here that goes all the way from a deep blue to a red, if it gets up to the red, it means bad. It means very bad. Right now, it's actually hovering down near the bottom. It's at approximately 300.
This is the elemental energy that needs to be modified with that alchemical compound at that panel we found upstairs.
The one with, next to the barrels, and there was more stuff downstairs. That one?
I think so, yeah. And then
Okay.
that makes the energy usable for the machine, turns it into a fuel source of some kind.
Mm-hmm. It's starting to kind of make sense.
Okay.
We regulate things through this, right?
Yeah. This one's
So-
going to take the longest to start your circle, but it's
Yeah.
important that we have one here. It's going to essentially be in my brain what's the node to spread everything else from.
Do you think, I don't know if we can rip up the panels like the other ones, because there's like a large panel that the crystal's on.
I'd be careful about ripping up anything in this room. Can you feel that
Yeah.
coming off of that?
Yeah, maybe it's just to make do with doing it over the metal instead. It will take kind of a while though. If you want to keep exploring, leave me here.
We might be able to do something a little bit different with the process.
Yeah.
Athal's going to hold up the tip of the quill towards this thing. Does it respond to the kind of energy that it's exuding?
Yes, one of those red bolts sort of crackles towards it, and you can see sparks of red static along the feathers of the quill, and you can feel your own hair starting to rise up like a static charge.
There's space for 3 additional charges in the quill. Can I allow it to absorb 3 charges worth of energy?
That's going to be very delicate.
Very delicate.
Once you connect these two, you're not entirely sure how much is going to flow through. It's like completing an electrical circuit.
Ah, okay.
As opposed to the just free-flowing energy that's in the portals in IOTH's room, this is a physical object that is charged with power. So once you form a connection, a lot of it might try to flow over. You can try, but it's going to involve sleight of hand in order to maintain the connection just long enough.
I don't think this is the kind of energy that's easy for it to accept. And I think an empty vest at least would be better. The quill almost overflowing. This is probably too dangerous to try and take in small doses. Athalor moves over to Mason and tries to offer him the quill. It's currently charged almost to the brim, 22 points of fire energy. Try and use this to write instead. You might be able to burn your circle into the metal a little bit easier than scraping it in.
Okay. Yeah, I think I can work with that. Mason takes the quill, and would there be a way to like tap into the quill's magic to kind of have like a rough sketch and like burn that into the metal so it'd make it easier for the Mason tools to like go over it after?
Yeah.
To like get the intricacies of it. Cool. Okay. So
Roll,
try to expend as much as needed for that.
roll an Arcana check. This is a delicate little operation.
All right. I'm ready to roll poorly, but then advantage. Oh, I don't even roll
30
poorly.
slices. Okay.
It's lit.
Nice.
What level is this spell that you're using? The rune circle spell.
Oh, that is a first level spell.
Okay.
Circle Mental Blessing.
And how long does it normally last?
30 seconds normally.
Okay. And what is the meta magic ability that allows you to... Do you have the meta magic ability that lets you extend the duration of a spell?
I don't believe so. Let me just double check, make sure I'm not griefing though. No, I've quickened and subtle, but from what we talked about before is just using the like wellspring magics or other magics to infuse it to make it last longer. But yeah, I
Yeah,
can't do it with meta magic.
that's fine. I'm just doing some quick math. Okay, so that's gonna take you maybe a minute to do.
Okay.
Actually, less because it normally only takes one action to do this, and with the quill, you can just write the magic onto the floor. So,
Okay.
Athalor, this is going to take 5 points of energy from the quill when Mason does this, but he does it basically
Gotcha.
in a round or two. You can just sketch it out and flash burn it, and it just sears itself in.
Oh, that was easier than I expected. Thanks, Athalor. Here you go. Kind of walks over, hands the quill back.
Thanks. Turns out IOTH had some good taste.
Yeah. How much more is in that thing? If we need to do another one quickly, is there enough to use it again?
Yeah, there's plenty. It'll be more than okay. And I think that when it's empty, it'll probably be easier for me to try and grab some energy from this thing. Probably.
Uh, would it be better to use it then? Just see if you can grab energy from this.
I'm not
Or
sure.
is that still risky? Yeah, I mean, hard to say, I guess.
Possibly still a risk.
Okay, we don't have to then. If there's anything easy like dirt or stone, we can just make do with that.
Let's have a look what's through here. Seems like another corridor. It's winding. I can't see too much. Just more metal. It's always more metal.
Yeah.
Athalor continues down the
Athalor,
corridor.
roll a dexterity saving throw, please.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
As you're walking down this corridor, you step on one of the panels, and it just drops on a hinge. Thunk! Leading to a smooth, greased chute that descends down into the earth. You barely manage to catch yourself on the side of it. You are now clinging to the side of this panel that just
Mason!
dropped out beneath you.
Mason rushes a little bit forward and grabs Athalor, yanks Athalor back.
Okay.
Traps.
Undo that. Whoopsie.
Oh.
Oh, that was close.
Is the panel still open?
As soon as there's no weight on it, it thunk, goes back up.
There might be more of those then, along the pathway. We don't really know where.
I bet that this is not just a wands.
No.
That shoe is greased.
Like test every step sort of thing, I guess.
I think I'll deal with the grease first, and then we can test every.
Yeah.
Athalor's gonna essentially on all fours go forward, put his left hand on the floppy panel,
Mm-hmm.
cast a firebolt inside on the grease, and then let it up.
Okay. The grease is not flammable.
Grease is inflammable?
This is not a flammable substance.
Ah. But I do it again and leave it open so that I can see how far the firebolt goes.
Okay. How far does it go? Oh, I don't know if I took notes on that. It probably descends at least 40 feet before emptying into a very large, very bright, very hot space.
An elemental wellspring?
Based on the sheer levels of heat rising up and the arcane energy flowing around you, yeah.
That seems like littering.
Oh, don't worry. All the mess gets cleaned up immediately. It's an incinerator.
Okay, just before we end up being incinerated, do you want to try the other door?
Yeah, hopefully that one's safer. Death traps.
I mark the floor panel.
Okay. You can use the drawing tools to go ahead and mark it in Roll20. Mason, feel free to try the door or let me know what you're doing.
Listening at the door first. 9 perception.
This
Opens door.
another metal corridor.
Step
Oh, I would try.
lightly.
Yeah, I would try every. So just started stepping. It's like, wait a minute, hold up. Does the thing where it's like puts just a little bit of weight on each step to see if it would like do anything. If it's safe, then like next step. Oh, another long corridor. I can't even see the end of it.
Can't see the end.
Not from here, no. Try to firebolt down the rest of the corridor.
I should really make a mechanism of some kind so that you can see how the firebolts work. Or so you can actually see the path, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so much opportunity for cheese.
Splash.
Oh, sorry, where did it splash?
Splash.
Okay. Because maybe another like 20-ish feet beyond.
Okay, I'll try again, but slowly.
Slowly taking steps.
And roll a dexterity saving throw with advantage, please.
Oh, advantage. Dex save 15.
You press down on this panel, and again, the whole thing is, it's not just like loose on a hinge, it sort of ka-chunk goes down very quickly, threatening to throw off your balance.
Oh.
But you were on the lookout for it, and you managed to dodge back. You're not dangling down it, but it's another chute that leads down below.
Yep, more of them here.
Okay, question is, how many are there? And surely they intended for these halls to be navigable, so they can't be doubled up.
Maybe there's some pattern or something, but I mean, we've only found one on either side, so
Look at the walls and the ceiling. Is there something here to try and mark them?
yeah, observe to see if there's anything different.
Do an investigation check, please.
We both do one?
You're both welcome to.
That was not supposed to be advantage, so 11.
That's fine, we take the 11. Athalor, you notice that there is a small locking mechanism on the side underneath. So like where it falls down, there's a pin that can extend outwards. It is not activated right now, and it's not designed to be manually activated. It's designed to be, it's part of a mechanism that can be triggered somewhere else. So there's a button or lever or switch that locks all of these so that they don't do the bad.
Ah. And this switch is not present on the other panels.
It's so you haven't found a way to identify which of them are trapped, but you have noticed that there is a way to turn off the trap. You just don't know where that switch is.
Is there a way we could jam these?
Entirely possible. What do you have to jam it with?
Some mending.
Mending mends things. It doesn't unmend things.
Damn. What if I just mend it wrong?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I mean, you could always just firebolt it until it gets really melty and then mend it wrong.
I guess so.
That would take some time.
Magical welding.
Is
Not a
are
that's not a no. It would just take some time.
how close are these like walls together? And are they close enough to theoretically, if one person had say drank a potion of climbing and like did the thing where you like extend your arms and legs out and like go across that way?
With a potion of climbing, yes.
Okay. I mean, Mason pulls up a potion of climbing and said I could probably just get across, or anyone could get across without having to step on the ground at all.
You guys have found so many of those things. You've got to have one on you, right, Legs?
I think somewhere. Yeah, maybe I don't actually. I've got a lot of random shit here.
Hold on, let me just go through my list. Hang on. Throwing things aside left and right.
No, no potion of climbing.
There's the one. You want to?
No, if you go across, you could just use one of your legs and just tap at the thing below you, see if it gives way, and then I can mark them with the quill, and we'll know which ones the rest of us can step on.
Okay. With potion of climbing gnomes, if I'm like doing that and tapping, is it like easy to just check and not? Okay. All right. Yeah. Good idea. Drink the potion, chug it, start going across like that, tapping every panel.
And I've marked the ones that are trapped.
Cool. Guess we
Okay.
get to the end. And what is this like a? What is this thing at the end?
That's an elevator.
Oh.
It's a lift. It is not currently on this floor, but there are two levers here. A very large one and a smaller one that seems to be a sort of pressure valve of some kind that is currently closed.
Does it look like it goes both up and down? Or just up?
It goes up.
Just up, okay. Guess we'll call it. I found a elevator lift thingy here. It goes up, but it's not here, it's up.
Is it just the elevator down there?
And a door.
Okay, that's another thing. All right. Athalor looks up nervously before walking under the elevator.
Well, again, the elevator isn't currently here. It's on the floor above. Probably at least 150 feet above.
Well, that makes sense. Might save us our calves on the way back up, and a lot of time. I'm so curious to put an elevator in a corner.
Checks this door. Opens it. Oh.
Oh, exquisite rug work.
Steps in, allows Athalor to walk in as well.
All right. This chamber, which room is this? This is the reading room. Yeah, this is the reading room. Okay. Where'd it go? Yeah, beautiful, beautiful chamber. Exquisite rug work. There's books on either side. There's a brazier fire and a desk with a enormous horned helm on it, as well as multiple other documents.
Horned helm?
Mm-hmm.
Over to the desk, I guess. Just look at the documents first.
Might suit you.
Perhaps.
They're written in Infernal, which I'm assuming one or both of you can read.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then...
Yep.
These seem to be official documents for the designers. Orders, weapon orders, instructions about the movement of troops, and they've all been forged. They're all forgeries.
Oh.
Who are they signed by?
Various different designers who are not Designer 8. But they were all clearly written here.
And this helm, does this seem congruous?
One look at it immediately gives you Iron Empire Uzul vibes. Red horns on either, like red spikes pointing upwards, huge curved horns going down that look like they used to be attached to a fiend of some kind. Burnished black metal all over it. This is definitely something that someone from IOTH, a champion of IOTH Ghosts, would wear going into battle.
Do these orders seem to order the attack on the academy?
No, they don't. They seem to route resources to a location in the Ring Mountains, the Arcane Learning Facility in the Ring Mountains, in accordance with IOTH Ghost's ambassador. So it's effectively, these documents were written by Designer 8 to give himself more resources, both here and at this Arcane Learning Center in the mountains, the Ring Mountains to the north.
Interesting.
Sig,
Pocket the documents.
is this may well contain some information as to where to find. Do you know anything about these
Oh
mountains?
yeah. Hand them to Sig.
Oh, we've got information on that one. But this could be helpful for tracking who they were in contact with in Ithgos. We know where they are. We just don't know who they're working with.
Fancy yourself a badass horned helmet?
I don't like the look of that.
I think it'd suit Mason better.
I don't particularly think it would. And Sig is going to look around, see the rug, like pick up the rug for a moment. It's too big.
For what?
Leave this until we can figure out a way to take it without touching it.
Cursed or something, you think?
Maybe not cursed, but not the blessings we want.
Might be a useful disguise later. Athalor matters before going towards this other door. Anything good you see on that bookcase, Mason? Listening at the door.
Takes a look
What?
at all the book covers.
A wide variety of books written on machinery, alchemical design, energy, flow. Lots and lots of arcane and academic topics.
General artificer, designer kind of things. Lots of varying topics. Smart people stuff.
Anything through this door?
You
I
hear,
can hear?
crackling fire.
Crackling fire. Fire?
Fire.
I open the door slowly,
Okay.
seeing how much light might pour in.
Not that much.
More of these. Mason, if you wouldn't mind. While Mason's marking these, Athalor's going to quickly, flip through some books and, like Uncle do some reading
Okay.
on
Mason-
energy transfer.
This corridor is not trapped. And this is a library.
Everything okay down there?
I think you're muted.
Oh, whoops, I was.
Mason!
Mason just gone. Yep, a couple of doors, but nothing seems to be trapped.
Okay. And puts back a book.
Guess we'll listen at this door first.
Yeah,
The
why not?
crackling fire is definitely loudest beyond this door, and there is a thumping pulse like a heartbeat. But it's not a heartbeat, it's like the whole room.
Some kind of thumping. Very consistent, heartbeat-esque.
Be the arcane energy reservoir. Maybe.
Opening the door.
4 mighty braziers illuminate this room. A beautiful crimson and gold inlaid carpet leads to a dramatic set of stairs that lead further down.
Oh boy.
Level?
What's up, level?
This is the same carpet that was in the reading room. Whatever's down there likely has huge infernal influence. Ithgos, maybe.
Potentially. We done
Does-
with this floor?
Does this carpet look well worn?
No,
Have heavy boots been on this?
no. It looks pristine, untouched.
I can't turn back from this. What's down there might have some insight into how we can work this.
Yeah. I mean,
Athalor
let's go.
descends the stairs.
Okay. I wonder if I have anything for this.
You find yourself in the caverns of Tasselmore.
It doesn't look like I have what I want here. Sig seems very unhappy to be going this way, but does not shy from the challenge. As you descend, the fine carpet gives way to raw stone. The heat and light grows brighter. The sound of an enormous roaring inferno begins to drown everything out. And as you pass through the caverns with the air growing hotter and hotter, the chamber is enormous. The heat is nigh unbearable. The light that shines forth from the very depths of the underworld itself, the beating heart, the power source that drives this engine of destruction, a gateway to the elemental wellsprings. And you are not alone in this chamber either. Down below, as you peer over the edge, you see 3 creatures. 2 of them covered head to toe in chains. As they lash a third enormous monstrosity. A humanoid torso rises from a long anthropod body made from overlapping plates of obsidian. The creature's face, which towers almost tall enough to see you over the cliff, just barely below, is twisted into a grimace of rage. 4 arms ending in oversized fists jut from the torso. The creature's form radiates a red glow and palpable heat as a fire rages within it.
The little, the smaller figures, they look like Diffraxis beings, mechanical things, or what do they look like again?
A Arcana check to see what you can tell about them.
Okay. 19?
These are chain devils. Fiends in the service of the Infernals. Torturers, punishers, wardens. Often bound, they are not machines themselves, but they are often in the service of Anacronus or the designers who bind them with their magic. These 2 appear to be the jailers of this third enormous being.
Are they floating?
The chain devils are standing on the ground. The chains that rise up from their hands, wrapping around the enormous thing between them.
If I heard of or read anything ever like this big chained creature.
It's an elemental of some kind. If you've taken a course that would give you any kind of advantage,
I have elementalism.
Elementalism would apply here. Roll an Arcana check with advantage, Athalor. 22.
Nice.
There is a powerful elemental called a lava keeper that naturally occurs in volcanic eruptions. However, when such a being is infused with infernal energy or fiendish material, it can be corrupted. The lava that normally flows freely through it like blood is instead trapped inside, and its form twists to resemble creatures of the Infernals. This is a Cheruphus, a corrupted elemental.
This is a lot.
It's also bound and standing within a rune circle. You can't entirely see all the runes binding it, I will also point out that under normal circumstances, and this is something you'd know from your identifications, chain devils are immune to fire.
Okay.
How
Mhm.
immune to fire?
Completely immune to fire. They have fire immunity.
Oh boy.
If you have a special
Chained
ability that
elemental.
modifies, that can overcome fire immunity, we can talk. But otherwise, they are immune to fire.
Yeah, I don't know if we're doing another Dubasif situation here, so maybe leave this one alone.
I think this might be our plan for destroying this when things go awry. We can't
Releasing
overload it. And just, I guess, mess with the chain devils, give this thing a chance to make its own way, as it were.
Yeah, I guess looks like it's sealed with the rune circle, but they're also keeping the rune circle powered or amplifying it. Something.
Hmm.
Could be a backup plan. But then how
Is
do we
there
mess with them and then get
any-
out?
Is there any discernible link between the elemental wellspring and the rune circle?
There's no immediately obvious link that you can see. And much of the rune circle is blocked by this enormous obsidian lava monster.
Mm-hmm. From the looks of it, though, we can identify these pipes that are leading directly from the wellspring, though, yes?
Mm-hmm. Yes, these are probably the pipes that draw energy into the reservoir up above.
Okay. Mason,
Mm-hmm.
your circle.
Yep.
I want you to imagine that you cut it at one point and then laid it flat, like a line.
Okay.
Now, I want you to tell me the runes in order for that line. Athalor starts floating the quill up towards this
Oh.
pipe.
Of the circle down there?
No, of your
Or
circle
just-
of
oh,
mental
right.
blessings.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, they'd start going through the runes and like choose a starting point and then
Mm-hmm.
going around.
I'll expend another 5 points of this energy to start carving in the runes of a circle of mental blessings alongside this main conduit of arcane energy.
Okay, interesting. Interesting. I'll just leave this here.
Okay. We should get out of here before Sig melts.
Right. Alright. Going back up.
Okay. You make the walk back out of the wellspring and return to subbasement 3.
Out of the fire as quickly as possible.
Same.
Let's see what that is, shall we?
Temporary looking thing here and another door.
This is, in
This
fact,
place goes
a
on
library.
forever. Is that an active book?
Hold on. Enhance! Yes. Roll an investigation check for me, please.
Investigate. 21.
In addition to arcane and scholarly topics, there are lots of spells written here.
Lots of spells.
Yeah, there's spell books with spells of an infernal and elemental nature. Things like incinerate and uncinerate, conjunction of flame, hell sphere, lake of bile, caustic blood, chains of torment, smelting blast. You don't have to write all these down, but you can steal these spells if you'd like.
I mean, are you working on that door, Mason?
Is this door locked from which side?
It's locked from the other side. I'll go ahead and unlock it from this side. Click.
Well, Mason,
Okay.
I'm gonna see what spells are stealable.
Yeah. Just
All
gonna
right.
mark do the climbing thing and mark the
Mhm.
ones that are trapped.
Copy that. I have sent you a list of spells, Athalor, on Discord.
like, oh, okay, that's strange. Yeah, climb through this. Do.
And I think you've explored you've explored the western side of this sub-basement.
Yeah.
And you're back to this thing, which is, by the way, the energy reservoir. The big old crystal is.
Back in here for now. That pathway leads back to the crystal.
Okay, I think we've looked through most of this side of the floor. How do we increase the amount of energy getting through that crystal? Let me think back to the instructions. Weapon energy. Accumulate elemental energy in the reservoir. Is the crystal the reservoir? It must be, because that's what's monitored. The condensed cell is pressurized upstairs with the alchemical catalyst. That's what you found, and so we've already carved that.
Yeah.
Okay. We
We've
need
done
to...
most things. Might be one or two more, though.
Whatever it is, it's probably on the other side of this floor, so we can probably leave this area charged up. I'm not sure how much we can do in terms of leaving it, or if it will just continuously gain energy. Let's quickly go and re-examine. I thought I was going to do a quick hop, skip, and jump over what Mason has marked.
Yeah, we need the reservoir control station.
I think that's this.
Oh, that is this.
Does this have the markings of 0 to 1200 plus that would correlate?
Yes, that's what this line is, from blue all the way up to red. It also seems that there's a control here that can be adjusted, which is how much it basically opens and shuts in a variable degree the connection between the wellspring down below and this reservoir. So you can set the charge rate. There's also an indicator that shows that no energy is being received from above.
And the energy from above would be the alchemical solution?
No, the energy from above would be solar energy being piped in during the day. Right now, the charge level is at 300, and the charge rate is set to 0. It's a sliding scale. It doesn't have numbers and indicators on it, so you can just basically tell me a percentage you want to set it from 1 to 100, and the exact rate that it gains will vary. But once it again, it's like opening a valve and closing a valve. So it's either gaining energy or not.
Okay, so we can't really leave this alone to get up to speed, as it were, because otherwise it will overload. We need someone down here. So we'll deal with this in just a little bit once we've figured out everything else, and we can start charging things up. What time of day is it again, or is it nighttime now and we're looking at fire in the morning?
It's nighttime, because you guys decided not to wait for dawn. You guys decided to go almost immediately.
And we'll fire at daybreak. Okay, so for now, we leave this, continue figuring out how we're going to work this once the sun comes out.
It doesn't need
Agreed?
the sun. It's just going to change the charge rate.
Yes, it's a combined charge rate.
Mm-hmm. There's two sliders, one for solar energy and one for wellspring energy, and the solar energy just is not working right now. So,
okay, I guess we have to go back this way. So Sig will be a little bit discomforted.
the only other way you know is the elevator, which does have a call lever.
Oh, I guess so. That goes back up, but we still need to explore this floor, I guess. So.
Can I tell? I would assume from the location of the map that this right-hand pipe here is one coming from the wellspring.
Mm-hmm. And it passes through this regular. No, actually, it. Hold on, let me take a look here. No, this one goes up because it draws from the wellspring, and it goes primarily. Some of those pipes actually bring heat to boil the cauldron to generate steam. But this thing is the valve that controls the flow of energy, so it goes from the wellspring into this, and then into this. because
Gotcha.
this is a valve that turns it on, that adjusts the flow on and off.
Okay. I thought I was just thinking about the flow that's been marked as well.
Mm-hmm.
So this is coming into an active circle as well, so he's
Right.
fairly happy with this.
Oh yeah, let me drop that circle. All right, that circle is now marked. Where will you go next?
I guess just looking out for things to mend on the way back with mending.
Nah, you
Make
already
sure the
fixed
pressurization's
all the
good.
cracks here.
I think there's something up ahead to the east.
Yeah, another
Alright.
door.
Also, the master steam valve is still off.
Mm-hmm.
Listen at the door.
What?
Natural one. I ain't hear shit. Everything's good. Open the door.
All right, the door creaks with some rust. It doesn't seem to have been used for a long time. Your crates of rations that have been hard packed for long-term storage are in this room. Oil, machine oil, rope, spare parts, barrels of purified water.
Another door.
Another door.
Yep. It's the door. Another door. Do the climbing thing.
As you open it,
Mm.
Is that the boiler?
pressure differential between the two rooms. This tiny little chamber right here is an airlock. This door will not open while this door is open.
Gotta pile in first.
Okay.
I'll get Sig.
Wait. I create a telepathic bond with Sig.
Okay. Do you want Sig to
Stay
stay
on the
here?
outside.
You want Sig
I'll
to
be
stay
able
here?
to tell you. Yeah,
Mhm.
I'll be able to
All
tell
right.
you to open the door if things, I don't know, explode.
Right.
Alright. Close that door. Oh,
This-
open this one.
Door is locked. You can open it from this side, but it takes a moment or two. At last, it is now open. The cavern
what is-
beyond is filled with spider webs.
Oh, close the door.
Oh, no. I thought it kind of squeezes past.
Yeah. You go.
Peeks around. Oh, God, it's disgusting. Do I see any creatures?
Well, yeah, there's spiders. Lots and lots of small spiders crawling all over the place. In fact, see this thing that looks like a door? That's not a door. That's just solid webbing that's across this passageway. There are creatures, cocooned, desiccated husks. You can kind of see shriveled arms sticking out. Some of the kills are fresh.
Nope. Athalor pops back in and closes the door. Nope.
Yeah, good. Let's just not
Sig, open the
even.
door. Sig. Oh, spiders. Nope.
Let's just pretend we don't need anything in there, and if we do, then I guess we failed the mission. That's
If
just
anyone asks,
unfortunate.
it just didn't work when we got here.
Yep, we just couldn't do it.
I turned
Sorry,
my steam
guys.
back on.
Okay. So now steam is flowing, which means that the control panel up top will actually work to pressurize the system and then hopefully to aim the damn thing.
Okay, so we need to find upstairs the way to get onto that lift, because that's the only way to access that crystal without having to walk through a
Yeah.
deadly amount of steam.
And then, do you think that crystal energy will be able to empower the circles to keep them on, or do we think we're going to need the wellspring magic for that, like we initially kind of planned?
I'm somewhat hoping that I'll be able to. You know what tapping a well's like?
Yeah.
It seems to become unstable when it hits the crystal, but I've traced where the energy is coming from. I might be able to somewhat tap into it. We'll see. Hopefully.
Yeah, we can.
This plan's getting a lot more complicated.
Yep. As I kind of expected, I suppose. A lot of moving parts here. Well, I guess
Literally.
not moving, but complicated.
As long as they're not moving with 8 legs, I'm happy.
Agreed.
As Athalor says, much more decidedly quickly moving down this corridor.
Okay.
Falling out floor, go back up.
You want to transport to the next floor up?
Yeah. Guess
Okay.
goal is try to find the lift on the next floor.
All right. One moment, please. So just remember from where you are right here on these stairs, the lift is here.
Mm-hmm.
So it should be fairly close to where you are when you head back up.
Okay, let's get our bearings.
Hmm. Wait a minute. Would that be... Does it not go on this floor?
It looked like it went on this floor. What's wrong?
Well, okay, I guess follow me quickly. And then walks towards the, like, skeleton room. And said it should be, like, past here or something, but I don't think there's any way to go from this room.
I mean, it's just a cave.
Yeah, but the lift
Athalor
should be around this
nudges one of
area.
the skeletons with his foot, making sure it's dead.
It's dead.
Maybe it goes from third floor to first?
I mean, it's
But there's
just a
some
shaft,
basement at
right?
first.
Like, we could make an entry.
Yeah, I mean, you can. This is cave entrance, right? Yeah. Mold Earth.
The duo molder. Just
Okay. It's going to take a little bit of time to mold through this much rock. It's like 10 feet, 15 feet of solid rock. So, bit by bit. Just give me a moment. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about anything. Don't worry about anything. Yeah, it's going to take minutes to work on this. Sig is going to assist with Sig's strength. Just sort of didn't bring a pickaxe, but doing their best.
It's okay, there's a load of pointy bones here.
After several minutes, you dig all the way here, and you find a metal box. A chute.
Shoot.
Exactly where the elevator is. A metal elevator shaft. But that's it.
There's no, like, lift, like, there, right? It's kind
Right,
of like...
there's no stop here.
It's just... Yep. Yeah, well, there's where it is, so it keeps going up. Doesn't stop on this floor.
Must be on the next one. What are we doing on this floor? We've still got so many places. Oh, there's the pressure door as well. There's that place with all of the swarming beetles. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Well, should we check that? We're on this floor already. We should check where the beetles kind of dispersed off to, right?
Yeah. Wait, if my memory's correct, this should be the door that was locked down here.
Yeah.
I cautiously moved down the corridor
All
now
right.
that we've experienced some
Testing
traps.
bit by bit. You do not encounter any traps along the way.
Is the door unsealable from this side?
Yes, it is possible to open the door from this side. Click.
Okay. Hold your breath.
Okay.
I open the door.
Here you are.
Oh, it stinks.
Great.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, great.
As you move towards that side, the smell becomes worse.
Oh, I don't think the beetles help. Oh, look at it. It's disgusting.
Oh, boy.
there's a huge chemical spill of that acidic alchemical catalyst throughout this entire chamber. That is the source of the fumes that burn your sinuses and your mucous membranes. And you can see pipes flowing through here. These big old things that are just lying around, these are pipes designed to transport this substance to the arc capacitor and to the energy cell condenser, where it is used in multiple different processes. The regulator that controls the flow of this stuff, according to your charts, lies down this way. But there's a lot of highly toxic goo down that way.
Got a lot of goo.
Too much goo.
I slowly descend the staircase and try and pad across whatever ground there is.
I need you to both roll a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh.
From the fumes.
Oh no.
That is a 6 and a 9. Are you satisfied with those results? Nice.
I'm going to use more inspiration. Why not?
All right.
I will call dibs on the. Actually, did I use my other inspiration? I think I did,
No, you
actually.
didn't. No, you didn't. You still
Okay,
have
never
it.
mind. I undibs.
Okay, dibs revoked.
Jeez, my dibs revoked.
A 12.
Okay, now I get the 9.
Okay.
Well, we're creeping up.
As you're creeping closer and closer, you start to feel lightheaded, and you start to cough as the toxic fumes are beginning to eat into the soft tissues. You are both poisoned,
Oh, jeez.
and you each take 5 points of poison damage.
Sig, does this affect you?
No, you two, get out.
Okay, yep. I got, yep.
Get to clean
back
air.
up here.
You each take an additional 6 points of damage.
Holy, why can't I roll damage like that, man?
Oh, hold on, Mason. Hold on, Mason. What are you walking through? Somebody spun
my
a
bad,
web
my bad.
across this doorway.
Oops.
A web?
Yeah, there's a web across
Oh.
that doorway. I need you to both roll a perception check, please.
Natural 20.
19.
Yep.
Okay. There
We
is
see-
something big, something with wings, and at least 6 limbs waiting just on the other side of this web. The web that stands between you and clean air. You each take 3 points of poison damage. What do you do?
Other side. I've got long strider, so we can move real quick.
As you move through, the webbing bursts.
Close the door.
Based.
Slam the door in Thing's face.
Incredibly based.
For a moment, you see the face of horror.
God. Oh my.
What?
It's
That
a
thing's
dragon. It's
crazy.
a spider. It's a dragon spider.
No.
We are now in initiative order. Closing the door was a very good idea. Athalor, you go first. You are still poisoned, and you will take poison damage at the end of each of your turns until you get to clean air or somehow take some sort of assistance. It's your turn. What would you like to do?
I'd like to move.
Okay.
So
That's
what is this door still open, right?
It's still open, yes.
Mason, come through.
And it's an airlock
I-
specifically designed for this.
I signal Sig.
Okay.
Why the dragon?
Sig is now aware. Mason, it is your turn.
Okay.
Can I ready an action? If I ready a spell, do I have to cast it?
Yes. If you ready a spell and the spell doesn't go off, you lose the spell.
Okay.
Also, are you going to end your turn?
Well, one sec. I'm thinking of potential stopgaps. But while I'm thinking, Mason can have this.
Yeah. Where did I didn't actually. I
Cool.
wasn't
Unless
looking
you
at
come up with
120.
something at the end of your turn, you take 6 points of damage, Athalor, from poison.
Oh, God.
Where
The poison rolls are crazy, man.
did I throw it off to? Was it north?
Yeah,
or
he ran
south?
around
I
the
didn't-
corner to the
Okay.
airlock that's designed to
That's,
stop terrible poison.
Already got the action dash, I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah.
But my ready action is to close the door.
Sprinting through.
Shunk. All right. Mason, because the door is closed, you are now no longer in poisoned air. You are now in clean air.
Nice.
And neither of you are poisoned any longer. Anything else?
Okay.
Wasn't there last time, was it?
No. Where did that come from?
It's got to have come down from down the hole.
Wait, Sig's in there. It might.
Sig can breathe, and he knows it's coming.
Sig fighter. I mean, has wings. It could just zoom him down.
Sig? Are you okay? Are you... What? Are you... Have you made it down the weird tunnel?
Sig has not actually acted yet.
Uh-oh.
You hear fluttering and buzzing of wings and scrambling as the thing squeezes through the passage to the north.
Oh.
It has a fly speed of 80.
What?
It's coming.
No. Oh boy.
It is now Sig's turn. Okay, there's some webbing there. Sig is just going to go ahead and try to power through the webbing. Successfully. And on your mental bond, you hear, I don't see it. I'm in the room with the big hole.
So you saw the web at least.
Yeah, tore through it.
It's not in there.
I don't see it.
I
Mason,
think it
you
might-
very clearly hear something too large to go through
It's-
this passageway.
it's
squeezing its
coming
way
this
through the
way.
passageway.
It's coming this way. We have to go back in.
Bollocks. Oh no, Sig can't move that fast. Sig can only move this fast. Okay, Sig is now running to catch up with it.
Oh boy.
I need each of you to roll 2d6 and gain that many temporary hit points. The
Oh.
power of Morco has been invoked. You each gain that many temporary hit points and advantage on Constitution checks and saving throws.
Oh, thank God for that.
That is pretty clutch.
All right, Athalor, it's now your turn.
I peer down that.
You can use Alt to move your character in slight amounts if necessary in order to better peer. While it's crammed into this hallway, you have advantage on attacks against it. And has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Okay. Oh. I'm gonna make you feel some fear too. Athalor spreads out his hands and brings them back together and claps out a bunch of darkness down this little hallway and casts Hunger of Hadar.
Ooh, very good. Okay. The Hunger of Hadar, that's a 20-foot radius sphere. So,
Just centered on this thing. Also, I'm
are
gonna
you
make that a
sure about
quicken
that?
spell. No. Behind this thing.
So, like here?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that with quicken spell as well.
Ooh, okay.
Because then I can also cast a cantrip.
Yes, you can. You
And
might
my
want to do that in
cantrip-
reverse order so that you can actually
Yeah.
see it when you cast it.
Yeah, let's do it in reverse order, because my cantrip is Mold Earth.
Oh, okay.
I'm going
This
to try
is-
and pin it in place.
It's metal lining along these two walls.
Oh, it's metal lining? I thought this was...
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
might
it's
be.
metal lining.
Okay,
It's not...
never mind.
Yeah. Feel free to respec that. Just let me know what you want to do.
Instead, I guess we'll go for a fireball. This is advantage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, why not? With my Hunger of Hadar and some advantage.
All right, first do the firebolt, because that would be the order of operations, and then the Hunger of Hadar kicks in. Wow.
Double 25s.
Yeah, that's good.
Still rolling like shit for damage.
Does the Spider Drake have anything against fire? No, it does not. Fire works. It takes 6 points of damage, and then you cast Hunger of Hadar, and any creature that starts its turn there and ends its turn. So it doesn't take any damage. Nothing bad happens to it yet. Oh, and then Uncle intervenes. Somebody just played a Mind Blast card.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Uncle hates spiders too.
Uncle also hates spiders. So here's what I'm going to have you do. I have to roll an intelligence saving throw. And if I fail, then I take 4d12 plus 5 psychic damage. So go ahead and roll 4d12 psychic damage so we can see what you'll win if you get this.
Oh, they make me roll damage.
4d12 plus 5.
Hey.
39
Ooh.
damage on the line. Can we beat an intelligence saving throw?
We cannot.
Dibs.
Wait, we already called dibs.
Dibs got uncalled.
Oh my, they were on call.
Oh.
That said, I still failed, so I still take the violent. But it would have been
Why
funny,
did you
wouldn't it?
uncall the dibs?
I didn't know it was up for the DM too.
Just said dibs. Didn't say anything.
It's so true.
You were weak and you were a fool.
Okay. The DC was 17. The creature is now stunned. Stunned is a very bad thing for it to have. So congratulations. Mantra, it's your turn. You cannot see this thing. Line of sight has been completely blocked by the Hunger of Hadar.
You know, that's
You can make a good guess.
okay. I can just can I just squeeze in right here?
Yeah, there's a
That's
square
not-
you can occupy. Yeah.
All right. Dragon's breath and just breathe into there.
Breathe.
Okay. What type of damage are you doing?
Surely spiders hate fire, so fire.
Okay. Yeah, fire, it does not have resistance to fire. It automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws because it's stunned. So just
Wonderful.
roll that beautiful bean footage.
All right, it is 3d6.
Good job we dealt with those skeletons earlier.
And it's a bonus action to cast. So also, you can still fire into the darkness. You just have disadvantage, but you have advantage. So it's a neutral shot if you just want to shoot spells into the darkness.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
As long as it's a spell that requires an attack roll. If it's a spell that requires you to see the target, it won't work.
I don't think firebolt. I can just throw a
Firebolt does
firebolt,
not
right?
require. Yeah, you can definitely throw a firebolt.
All right. 26
Yeah, that'll hit.
for 7 points of fire damage.
You have no idea how it's doing. You can't see it at all. Just
I mean, for something, who knows? Just throw a firebolt,
okay.
and then guess what? Pop back here, just in case.
It is now the Spider Drake's turn. The Spider Drake automatically fails its saving throw against Hunger of Hadar. Roll 2d6 cold damage, please. It takes 5 cold damage. Roll 2d6 acid damage, please. It takes 3 acid damage. You're concentrating on
No.
Hunger of Hadar, right? Yeah, you're
yes.
both concentrating on a spell, so I'm just going to put a little ink.
Yep.
All right. And it gets a new saving throw against the stun. You know, I'm glad that this actually worked, because when Uncle tried to save you during the werewolf apocalypse, he just got completely, like, absolutely nothing good happened. It was pathetic. And our monster is still stunned. So there's that.
Ooh, let's go.
And I think Hunger of Hadar is... Yeah, it just popped out of the wall. So On your mental link, is that slurping you?
Maybe.
Ah.
I mean, there might be slurping sounds from the big spider dragon.
Sig is now running the opposite direction because the way is blocked by Hunger of Hadar. Actually, you know what? No, screw that. Sig walks up to here, casts Misty Step to teleport across,
Based.
and then moves up to tear through these webs. Successfully, I might add. And then continues moving with a dash action. On my way. Athalor, it's your turn.
Okay. Are there any screeches of pain?
Nope, because it's stunned.
Oh,
Can't
yes.
hear anything.
Okay, I cast Toll the Dead then. No,
Okay.
wait. Do I need to see it?
I think that's
Yeah, I
probably a
need to
target you
see
see.
it.
Yep.
Okay, then I will use another couple sorcery points for a quicken spell chromatic. No, I won't use the sorcery points. I might need them later for distance spell. I'm gonna just hit him with the firebolt.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, I've got. Wait, does magic missiles need sight?
Check the spell. If it says
I don't
a
have
target,
a spell.
you
I've
can.
got a wand of magic missiles.
Oh, I'll check the spell. Magic missile. Target a creature of your choice that you can see within range.
Everything needs to be seen, huh? Okay, I'm just gonna throw out the firebolt.
All right. It's a flat roll because of all the things that combine against each other. We take the first, which is a 19
Yep.
for okay, now we're talking. Now we're getting some damage. 17 damage
Now
is
we're cooking with
much
diesel.
better. Anything else from you?
Athalor spits down the hallway and then moves back into cover.
You're up, Mason.
Same thing as last turn. Dragon's Breath.
Yeah, automatically fails the saving throw and takes 8 points of damage. That was a bonus action.
And fire. Oh, good firebolt roll too.
16 damage. Hot damn.
Let's go. We're burning this
Cantrips
thing.
OP.
All right. Wow, you guys could have been so screwed by this thing.
Yeah.
Big spat save.
It is scary.
I bet.
Even without Uncle's Mind Blast, you've done some good crowd control here, but give me 2d6 cold damage because it starts its turn inside the Hunger of Hadar. Give me 2d6 acid damage because it's stunned and it can't take a turn. All right, 10 points of damage. And it gets a saving throw against Mind Blast, which it fails.
Uncle finally gets his useful break.
He's been telling everyone he's a badass all this time. Finally pays off.
I can't believe he finally got his badass arc and Garnet wasn't here to see it.
It wouldn't have worked if Garnet was here, let's be honest.
True.
All right. Blind Fire Thorn Whip. Miss.
Oh, that was a 3d6 for 5. Roll
Yeah, he's having a worse day than you are. All right, Athalor, you're up.
Just rote memorization. Move up, firebolt a bastard, and hopefully not miss.
You
14.
missed.
Oh.
This thing's got armor plating.
Armor plating. That's terrible.
Anything else from you?
Mason, help.
Mason, go ahead.
Okay, same thing again. Ooh, oh, that's better damage.
Okay. Something
Then, well-
gives
Oh.
inside, and the creature is dead. Uncle confirms that it's dead.
Oh,
Thank you.
Sig walks up and investigates the corpse.
I stopped concentrating on Hunger of Hadar.
Yep. Bet this thing was downstairs when we opened that locked door.
The what?
The door we opened, the door you opened. I
Oh.
stayed behind with all the webs behind it.
Oh, jeez.
Thing must have heard us. Followed us up.
Oh. Wait, how did it squeeze? Actually, looking at it just squidged in this little corridor. I don't want to know.
Mm-mm. Me neither.
Oh, that's
I'm glad I
awfully
don't have
patient,
dreams
eh?
anymore. And then Sig just drags the thing out into the cavern.
Did we identify it?
You can roll an Arcana check or a Nature check to see what you know about it.
Roll of nature. Oh, I don't know shit.
It appears to be scary.
Mancha, are you good with that natural one?
Yeah, I ain't know shit.
This
Okay,
entire time
cool.
it was a chicken.
Roll a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh god. 12.
A
You
12.
have advantage.
You do have advantage because of the gift of
Oh,
Morco.
right.
So
15.
cool. That's much better because as you're poking and inspecting it, it goes into like its last death throes, and a cloud of poisonous gas just.
Oh, jumps backwards in time, hopefully.
You take 1/4 of
Holy moly!
43 points of
Oh.
damage.
Woo-hoo!
You take 10
Half
points of
21
of poison
and then
damage.
10.
And you had your
Cool.
temp hit points, remember? You had temporary hit points.
Yep. That's all the temp gone.
Yeah, I told you this thing could have been nasty. It had a dragon's breath weapon and everything.
Oh god. I am glad that did not go worse. We could have just died to that.
Oh, don't worry. There's still plenty of things we can die to.
Oh yeah, but one thing at a time.
Oh,
Athalor,
I hate spiders.
this is a spider drake. It is technically a type of dragon.
Are there any typically valuable alchemical components that you usually find in dragons?
Oh, all kinds. What happened to this one? It got burned, it got acided, and it got
Colded.
colded. Which would,
It's a little cold.
if you want to take some time to try to dissect the thing and take it apart, you certainly can. You would need to have some tools on hand in order to do so. Alchemical tools could help, but really you want some like blades and slicers and that sort of thing. It's also a fairly lengthy process, but it could be quite valuable.
We'll deal with this later, right, Sig? You probably know some great things to do with bits of spider drake.
A little more concerned about the weapon of mass destruction, but if we have time, we'll come back for it.
Hey, one weapon of mass destruction at a time. Okay. So before this thing happened, we might need to see if you can look down that
Right.
river of sludge,
Right.
because you can breathe.
Keep that mental thing. And Sig will walk down the passageway and shut the door that keeps out the bad stuff.
I'm going to take this opportunity to neck a health.
Yeah, by all means, take that 2d4 plus 2.
Oh, I'm not feeling so good much. Oh my goodness. You know what? I still don't feel like it.
It's nope. I don't like this place.
Would not vacation here again. Gonna leave a bad review.
0 out of 10.
Okay.
Sig, what's the status?
I'm at the end of the passage. This
Okay.
I think this stuff is starting to eat me. I'm probably good for a little while, but we should hurry. There's a big lever and 4 indicators, and the indicators look not good.
And what orientation is the lever in?
Down. Oh, natural 20 for Sig.
Wow.
It's a smart cookie.
All right, what's the intended behavior here? You studied this machine. What's the desired output?
One second, I have another read. What did we say was down there?
This controls flow of a alchemical catalyst.
Oh, we'll need to maximize flow of the catalyst to make sure that we can charge up the weapon for as many shots as quickly as possible.
Maximize.
Yeah, Mason? Should we maximize the flow of the catalyst, do you think?
You're required to maintain. Yeah, I think so.
Team, you've been granted a 1d8 inspiration die that you can spend on any d20 roll in the next 5 minutes.
Okay. All right, send it.
Sending it. Sig walks all the way back, and as they open the door and pass back through it, you notice that their boots have been, the soles of their boots are gone. Some of the bottom of their like cloak that they're wearing has been dissolved away. They smell terrible, and there's just acid burns all over their feet.
Sorry. Okay, one last room to check out here, and then I think we need to check in on our Phoenix Knights.
Okay.
Where to?
Brave face while you walk past the spider drake.
Just look away. Look away.
Hug the wall.
Oh.
Oh, webs.
The webs are still...
Oh.
You can move through the webs in non-combat situations, but if you're rushing through them, there's a chance that you could be ensnared.
Was this one not broken by Sig?
Yeah, sorry. I've now opened it. But there's still webbing around. You know?
Okay, this one. Pressurized, I think.
You two, maybe I'll open the door.
Okay.
You've probably...
Good idea.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he opens the door, pokes their head through. Yeah, come in. You're going to want to see this.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Oh. Oh.
Arcana check time, I believe.
Okay, so here's what you see. This is a pressure in... actually, hold on. I need to analyze this real quick. Okay, so this right here is a flow regulator and indicator that is rising now that the flow of arcane catalyst has been restored. And this is the pressure of the condenser cell, which is this thing right here. Alchemical catalyst is flowing in through here, and energy is trickling in because actually it's not even trickling in. Do give me those Arcana checks, both of you, please.
All right.
A 19.
Um,
A 20.
You should add the 1d8 to yours.
yeah. Okay. Ooh, 28.
28. Okay, here's what we know. So, the catalytic pressure, let's see. I have to read my own instructions from time to time. Okay, so we have calibration, reservoir, condenser cell, focus, and alignment. Okay, so you need to adjust the alignment of the condenser cell here and the pressure levels. So several things are going on here. First off, what you set this to is going to depend on how much energy you're using. So once you know how much energy you're going to use, you can align this to the correct setting. Also, your instructions say that if the cell is not pressurized, it won't work. You've restored that pressure here. There are two buttons on this panel right here. This button opens the conduit from the condenser cell to the reservoir down below. So right now, energy flow is disabled. It's not flowing into this. And the other button controls energy flow from the condenser cell to the R capacitor on the floor above. So, your analysis of this room, it is pressurized, so you're good on that front. It has the alchemical stuff there. You'll need to align the Is that the right word? Is it align? Yeah, you will need to align the condenser cell once you decide how much energy you're going to use. So your steps will be charge up the reservoir, align this for the desired energy level, connect this to that so that the energy flows in, and then connect when the R capacitor is ready, press the other button here to send energy up to the R capacitor. Also, this is the room that will explode in the event of a pressure loss. If the alchemical catalyst stops flowing, or there's like a breach or a leak or something in this chamber while it's charged, it's designed to flood this chamber with the excess energy, which will stop the mountain from exploding and kill anybody who's in here. That is why this door is designed to only open in one direction, because in the event that massive explosion, that energy burst occurs, it's going to force the door shut and the door will seal, preventing that from blowing up. With that 28, you also know how to disable that automatic failsafe.
Okay. I mentioned something about that in the notes, right?
Oh,
What is it? Alert indicator. Oh, is it like some way to like disable the like alert indicator so like it can't detect that it's like over 1200, or is that something different?
You want to go down to part 2. So when reservoir levels exceed 700, make sure your catalyst levels, the condenser cell is pressurized between 90 and 100%, align it, then open the conduit. If the cell pressure is charged and then pressure is lost, then it automatically blasts the energy from the condenser cell into this room. If it doesn't do that, the energy could bounce back to the reservoir and overload it. It's automatically designed, instead of overloading the reservoir, it's designed to just flood this room with energy and kill anyone inside. You, because you got a dirty 28, now know how to stop it from automatically venting that. Which could be one way to sabotage and blow this place up.
Probably a good way to that. Overload the reservoir, make that just disable it.
And yeah, I think that's probably the easiest way we're going to do that. When I tried to link the quill, the energy these things have is incredibly unstable.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna need a circle here as well to do all of that. Do you have more quill magic?
I absolutely do. All
Right.
hands over the quill.
Writes the circle in with the quill.
Another 5 points of energy.
Right here is good.
Yep.
All right.
Perfect.
Were you going to go check in on the Phoenix Knights?
We should, yes.
Yeah. I think we have all the circles down that we need. Now we just need to charge them to activate them all.
We need to figure out the targeting apparatus upstairs as well. At least I assume the targeting apparatus is going to be upstairs. Once we have free run of the place, it'll be a bit easier. And
oh, this is the bad room. I mean, we have to go through this, right?
Firebolts at the webs.
All right. Web's destroyed.
Might be a shorter run through the other side.
Yeah, it would be actually.
So the rules for this room are every minute you spend in here, you have to roll a save, or if you exert yourself in this room, you have to roll a save.
Okay.
So walk, don't run.
All right.
Although you can hold your breath and run. If you guys, yeah, that's fine. But like if you're in there fighting and breathing heavily or doing any heavy activity, that triggers another save. So you can move
Hold
through
breath,
safely.
quick walk.
Yeah, hold your breath and power walk.
Would you guys like to fast travel to the top level since you've already kind of cleared most of this area out?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let me go ahead and just use some Dungeon Master magic here real quick.
Go like the staircase, peer up there, see how progress is going. Surely they've killed the little ball things by now.
And fast traveling to the other door because you made a tunnel here. And heading back up to the top floor, roll perception checks for me, please.
Everyone appears to be dead. Superb.
15.
As you approach the stairs, the sound of metal on metal and angry shouts becomes incredibly obvious.
Shouts are good. Shouts mean they're alive.
Yeah. Maybe we can help now that we set everything up, or most things up.
Do you want
Yes.
to head upstairs?
Sig lead the way.
Sig
Yeah.
leads the way. As you see
Oh.
Chadius, flanked by 2 Phoenix Knights, holding the shattered remnants of the doors to the front of this facility, as all the construct guards that were outside attempt to batter it apart. Every single one of
boy.
them preparing to pour through. And wouldn't you look at the time? It's time for to go ahead and wrap up here. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So yeah. Hey, do you want to do the post show without Lemon today? I was supposed to ask you off stream and I didn't.
Oh, well, we can have like 15 minutes or something.
Yeah, we'll do a short one. All right, folks, don't go anywhere. We're gonna go to detention right after this.